Thank you for joining us. As Don said, it's been a very challenging start of 2022. We actually came out thinking that the worst is over for a 100-year event when we enter the new year. But very quickly, things have turned south for many different reasons. So I'll kick off really the first quarter review with, can we flash the slides perhaps? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Maybe we can kick off with how we're looking at some of the economic metrics and what Metrobank's forecasts are. Next slide, please. We're looking for growth to continue accelerating from that recovery that already started last year in 2021. But that downward arrow is recognizing really the new headwinds that have come up with really inflation and higher, really driven by higher energy prices, which is considered to really be a tax on growth. So that's where the growth risks are, but we do kind of see some resilience in our economy and going through next year. But it is inflation that is the major concern. We did have relatively high inflation last year of 3.9%, but this year will be potentially much higher. For now, we're looking at an average inflation rate of 4.6%. And that to kind of remain somewhat in that range through next year. The policy rate, we do expect some normalization of the policy rate of the BSP, which is the reverse repurchase rate, the RRP. 2% is really meant to support growth. But as growth has picked up, we do see some adjustment in the policy rates. But again, that's something that we might have to look at more closely as the U.S. adjusts their own policy rates in the face of rising inflation, which we'll discuss later on. And lastly, just in terms of interest rates, we do we've already seen a big adjustment in the 5-year yield and across really some of the things we look at, the yield curve, the Philippine government security yield curve. We do see that rising further throughout. That's a year-end number or forecast for us this year and next year. And lastly, the dollar peso. We do see that continuing to rise for many reasons and the pressures on the local currency.